Okay, so welcome everybody who is listening to this webinar. My name is Bernadette Toth and I'm the leader of the dissemination work package of the Diets2 network. So it's not a surprise that today I will speak about the dissemination of the Diets2 deliverables. And the main aim of this webinar is to get you closer and give you a clear picture of all the Diets2 deliverables and give you examples on how you can disseminate it, share it with as many people as you can. So let's move on and see forward. So let me tell you some sentences about why is it so important to speak about the dissemination of the Diets2 deliverables now. The first point is that most of the Diets2 deliverables are published this year. So this year is a really special year for Diets2 network. And the second point is that these deliverables are done for you. So the work package members are working so hard to produce such material, such publication, which are good for you, which are useful for you. And not only for Diets2 partners, but to all related stakeholders who would like to achieve the aim of the Diets2 network, ensuring education, teaching, and professional quality, and improve the teaching and the professional quality of dietetics and of dietitians. And the last point is to be successful, the network needs your help in disseminating these publications and give feedback on how you disseminated and used them. So again, it's really important to give us feedback, and these deliverables are done for you. So start sharing them and giving feedback to us. Let's see what we are going to speak about. What do we mean under deliverables? Because I will mention this word deliverable a lot of times during this webinar. Where can you find the Diets2 deliverables? We have reworked the Diets2 website to be deliverable focused. Which deliverables are ready to be used exactly at the moment? And how can you disseminate these deliverables? I am going to provide you some examples. And Diets2 also worked out some tools which can help you in the dissemination, and I will list these one as well. And the last point, how should you give us feedback? So what do we mean under deliverables? If you search the word deliverable on the Wikipedia, you could see that it's a tangible or intangible object produced as a result of the project that's intended to be delivered. So regarding Diets2, these are those publications, those materials which are the results of the work of the Diets2 work packages. And these publications are intended to be delivered partly to you and by you. What exactly are the deliverable of the Diets2 work packages? These include a lot of types of materials like databases, as the database of the air courses, the maps, for example, the maps of the practice placements, reports, toolkits, for example, the toolkits of lifelong learning, competencies as the advanced dietetic competencies, the strategies, guides, for example, the guides to e-learning, different newsletters, conferences, the webinars like this one, e-courses or the e-journals, but we will specify the Diets2 deliverables a bit later. Where can you find the Diets2 deliverables? Fortunately, everybody has access to the deliverables on the Diets2 website. I'm sure you already know the exact address of the Diets2 website, but you have two ways of finding our deliverables. The first way is to find on the website, on the left column on the home page, this Diets2 deliverables folder, and you could easily click to that one. Or you have another way to find the latest news section, and under that the ready-to-use deliverables. I'm showing you that one as well, so you could see also on the home page the latest news section, and below that the ready-to-use deliverables folder. So you could use either way, you will get to the Diets to deliverables folder. Here you can see a table. This table groups the different deliverables according to the group of stakeholders. So your first step is choose your group of interest. For example, you are a member of a higher education institution. Then you should see that column. And then click on the item you would like to see. For example, you would like to listen to the report of the webinar on e-guide because you would like to figure out some ways or some tools to hold an online course. So then you will choose the webinar on e-guide, click on that, and you will get to the folder and to the deliverable of the e-guide webinar. Don't forget to share it with others after you have got to this deliverable and give us feedback. But we will speak about dissemination and giving feedback a bit later. So you can choose either way on the home page to get to the Diets to deliverables. Now let me speak about some words of each ready-to-use deliverables. It will be a quick overview because you could see the whole deliverable and the summary of these deliverables in the briefing papers. So first, Verb Package 1. You know that Verb Package 1 is responsible for working on the supporting verb-based and placement learning. And one of their deliverables is the database for placement teachers. At the moment, this is the only deliverable which is available only for Diets 2 partners. This database contains training materials, courses, which are used to prepare practice placement teachers, for example, for the assessment and teaching in a work placement environment. So these are priorly to the higher education institutions, but also to all Diets 2 partners and placement supervisors can use them for optimizing their own practice. These practice placement examples and these experiences were also mapped with the help of a survey, and Diets 2 partners and some participants of conferences were asked to fill in this survey, and the results of this survey is demonstrated in form of a presentation made by Verb Package 1. So you could see this one under deliverable map of practice placements. Higher education institutions as well as other stakeholders can use the results of this survey for exchanging knowledge and learn from the result, or try to set up a new standard or new ideas for carrying out the practice placement. Verb Package 2, they are the second and third cycle specific dietetic competencies verb package. And one of their main achievements is the European Dietetic Advanced Competencies. These competencies is a really useful document which provides the baseline of the knowledge, the skills, and the understanding together with the competencies of a dietitian or a dietetic practitioner who is working at advanced level and the specialist level in Europe. For example, that dietitian who is working in a diabetes center, but I can list all other specific fields here. And national dietetic associations can use these competencies for describing competencies and performance indicators of the dietitians. The higher education institutions can support the advancement and lifelong learning of their students, and others, for example, the individual dietitians, can set up their own lifelong learning goals, or for example, the employers know what they can expect from a dietitian when they would like to hire a dietitian at an advanced level. Work Package 2 worked out two strategies for lifelong learning. The first within EFAD, and the aim of this strategy is to support the national dietetic associations and the European profession to fulfill the mission and the aims of EFAD, while the strategy for lifelong learning for individual European dietitians actually encourages dietitians to improve their professional skills through their careers and guide them how to advance their learning and their practice. If we move on to Work Package 3, who is dealing with the lifelong learning for European dietitians, we can see a database here. It's an online database, really easy to use and to search in that. And it contains courses, seminars, modules of not only the higher education institutions, but other institutions were asked to upload materials, courses here. And these courses can be used to train dietitians and nutritionists after graduations. So these are really good examples. You have the option to search according to topics or according to the form of learning, if it's an e-learning or a face-to-face learning, but also according to language, country, and all of you have the opportunity to add and upload further materials. And these can be used to find the courses and the different materials over Europe and learn for them and step forward and develop your own courses. Work Package 3 has also worked out a toolkit to document, plan, and evaluate lifelong learning. So it's a toolkit is actually a collection of tools for dietitians how to record their lifelong learning. And it also enables dietitians to update the evidence of their professional development. And it's really good to build their own portfolio or demonstrate it, for example, in a curriculum vitae. Work Package 4 has a really interesting topic. It's about the dietitian's engagement with the information and communication technologies to improve the learning. And the guide to e-learning, which has been developed by them, it's a really useful and interesting material and guide. It shows many of the opportunities of the innovative information and communication technologies, which could be used by the dietitians, teachers, students, but actually others from any profession. For example, if you would like to know how to make an e-meeting, an online meeting, you could search it up in the guide, and the guide can assist and guide you how to use these new and innovative tools, for example, how to set up an e-meeting, and this guide can make you confident in using these, not only learning how to use. They have also developed an overview of e-materials. They collected nutritional education and health promotion materials, which can be found on the internet. So you could go into these e-materials, just click on the link, and you could see the material which is collected by this site, by this website. And we must mention actually the Diets2 network on the different social media, for example, the Facebook, the Twitter, or the YouTube, because Diets2 has its account on all these social media. And this can be used for different purposes. Facebook, for example, to see the up-to-date news and to share and post different articles on your comments, as well as the Twitter. While the YouTube is really appropriate for sharing videos and different narrated presentations, for example, of diets too. So we would strongly suggest you to get and keep contact through these social media, push likes, make comments, and share the contents with others. Work Package 5, they are working on the teaching inquiry-based learning, and they are going to make a dietetic student e-journal. So the first edition will be published around June this year, and it contains students' abstract of research. So students have had the opportunity to send in their abstract of their research and their work. So it gives them an opportunity to publish their research and informing others about their work, and also put it into their portfolio. But there will be another issue at the end of this year, so all students should be encouraged to send in their abstracts. Your Package 5 also has a database of materials on research and teaching inquiry, as well as e-courses on this topic. This database contains information about dietetic research, and it gives opportunity for everyone for uploading materials, as well as the e-courses which are also on the topic of research and inquiry-based learning. And these e-courses are narrated presentations, so these are really clear to understand and to learn from it. Both the database and the e-course folder can be used for recapturing learning on the research, for teaching students, for example, the universities, and actually to show what the dietetic research is about. Work Package 9, the Dissemination Work Package, has just published the conference proceedings of the 6th Diet EFAT conference, but you could see the conference proceedings of the previous conferences as well. It contains the detailed program, the abstract of all presentations, workshops, and the poster presentations. So not only for those who missed the conference, but those as well who participated, it's a really good material to learn from these abstracts and use these presentations in their practice. We have also newsletters, which contains, for example, the last one was also about the conference, but the others gave an overview of the work of the Diets2 network and its work packages, give some bite of the conference, contains interviews and other relevant news and event dates. And all readers can learn from them, and the next newsletter will be published around September. So if you have anything to share, please send us. And the webinars. There were 3 webinars on the European credit transfer and accumulation system, while there was one webinar held on the topic of e-learning. So you could listen to the records of these webinars, as well as the today webinar, under the folder Diets2 webinars. This is also on the home page. So if you click the Diets webinars on the left column, you will see the webinar calendar itself, where the information and the webinar dates are continuously updated. But if you would like to listen to the record of a previous webinar, then you could just easily click to the webinar records and listen to it. And now, before we are going to list examples on how you can disseminate these Diets2 deliverables I've just listed, I've ask the participant of this webinar to type one example into the chat box on how you have disseminated a Diets2 deliverable. Only one example of one Diets2 deliverable you have disseminated. Have you sent it out via mail or publish it, or any example you could give those who are listening to this webinar? Yes, Judith has just written that she circulated the newsletter by email to all EFAD delegates and stakeholders. Yes, it's a really good example because sending out deliverables, summaries, papers via email, it's one of the best methods of dissemination. And to send it to all delegates or all members of the organization you are responsible for or you are a delegate of, it's a really good way. So thank you very much, Judith. So now we can see the examples on how you can disseminate the Diets2 deliverables. The first way, when you disseminate it within your organization. Actually, you know the members of your organization or you feel home, so it could be the easier way and the more effective way. The organization could mean your colleagues, the students of your university, or other departments of your hospital, for example, but it could mean anyone. He could be a targeted audience regarding the given deliverable. So you could, for example, translate the important publications because the language has always been a great barrier. So if you translate a short briefing paper or a short press release to your own language, then you could get people in your organization feel warm towards the given deliverable. So, or the competencies, for example, the advanced competencies, which is a really important document, and you will surely use it and get benefits from it. But if you could translate the briefing papers, for example, and send it out via email to your members, then you could get back a lot of positive feedback and you could inform your members that you are active and you are working in a network, in the Diets2 network. You could also publish articles about the deliverables. The easiest way here to use the briefing papers I will talk about later, because it could serve as a base for your article. And you could publish this article in your newsletter or if you have in your professional journal. And don't forget to insert the link of the Diets2 website or the Diets2 social media sites at the end of this article to give the opportunity for the readers to get more information on the Diets2 network and on the deliverable you have written your article. Here you can also prepare press releases for your journal or just translate and use the relevant briefing paper. Or also you could put the publications and the materials on your website. Actually, this is the easiest way of dissemination, but those who are the visitors of your website could get access to these materials easily. Which is a bit more specific dissemination tool is present these deliverables or the summaries of the deliverables and the Diets2 network to the president of your organization, to your committee members, or to your colleagues. It's really good because this way you can make a small presentation, short presentation, and then you could discuss your presentation, how you could step forward, how you could get benefit from the deliverables Diets2 has made, how you could use this one. So you could start a bit of a discussion and even a workshop with your colleagues or with your committee. And don't forget to make suggestions on how to use the publications and give examples so that you could plan further dissemination and exploitation activities. And giving examples on how you could take benefit from the deliverables is always a really good tool and a really important thing, because people a lot of times are interested in, okay, there is a deliverable, but how could I use this? How could I get benefit from this? So always give examples when you make a presentation or when you make a briefing to discuss with your colleagues or with your members. You could forward the deliverables to the members of your organization, as Judith has given this example. For example, if you are a representative of a National Dietetic Association, then you could send out the deliverable with a bit of summary to your association members, or use the mailing list. And as I have mentioned, always support clear examples on the usage of these materials. And the help sheet I will speak about will give some examples on exploitation, so on how to use these deliverables. Keep presentation or keep a workshop at your conference. It could be the conference of your organization or other organizations of health professionals as well. In this way, you could get all the participants of the conferences closer to the work of the Diets2 network. And the students. We have made a survey at the last conference, and there the students have given us the feedback that they haven't received enough information of the Diets2 network. So we would like to encourage you and motivate you to inform the students more about the publications and about the social media sites, because they are using the social media sites, for example, the Facebook, from day to day. So if you could just post them to like the Diets2 Facebook page, then you have done a lot for disseminating the Diets2 works and publications to the students. You could publish these informations to the news board if you have any, or the internal mailing list, or a forum, or any kind of information board you have within your institution, for example, within your university. And don't forget to put the link of the Diets2 public page and of the social media sites you see here. So Facebook, the Twitter, and the YouTube one. If you go and have a look outside your organization, you could disseminate Diets2 deliverables to other organizations as well. To whom exactly? For example, the ministries of health, employment, and education, to healthcare insurance companies, other dietetic organizations, or the National Dietetic Organization, other organizations of health professionals, and there are many other stakeholders, for example, the food industry, the public catering, or the media. And you could send the Diets2 deliverables with a short summary or the translated briefing papers to these organizations with examples again. Because if you send the summary or the briefing paper, that you could get the interest of the representative of these organizations, and then you have the opportunity to present and discuss these publications with the relevant person of these organizations. And you could also highlight your involvement in Diets2 network. This way you could also promote yourself or your organization's profile and how active you are in a network which is responsible for ensuring and improving the quality of education and professional practice. We have worked out tools which could help you in the dissemination, because I've just listed how you could disseminate the Diets2 deliverables, but we have worked out some help sheet of not only dissemination but exploitation as well. It contains not only the list of deliverables but also the suggested actions, the examples of dissemination I have just talked about. We have worked out briefing papers of all work packages. These are the summaries of all deliverables and can be used, for example, the press releases, articles, and the dissemination as a whole. The Diets2 website you could see on the print screens, the social media, which gives an opportunity for the social interaction from day to day. And we will also make flyers for all stakeholder groups around July. So this could also help you in the dissemination. And here, the help sheet as a tool for helping you in dissemination. You could see this help sheet also on the homepage. Go to the left column, and under the Diets2 deliverables, you could see this item, give us feedback on your activities. And under this item, you could see the help sheet I've just mentioned, and also the Diets2 partner activity table I will speak about a bit later. And the briefing paper is the same way how you could access to the briefing papers as to the help sheet. Go to the left column, Diets2 deliverables, and under that you could see the briefing papers of Diets2 folders. Here you could see the briefing papers of all work packages, but if you don't know which deliverable belongs to which work package, this table could help you. So just search for the deliverable you are looking for example, the Diet e-guide, and you could see that it belongs to the works of work package 4. So then you could just go to the briefing paper of work package 4 and use it for your dissemination activity. How to give us feedback? Because as I mentioned on the first slide, it's really important for the Diets2 network to give us feedback and to prove and give evidence on your dissemination activity. We have circulated the Diets2 partner activity table to all key contacts and to all who has registered on the Diets2 website. And the Diets2 partners are required to fill in this table and return back until the end of June. But anyone, also those who are not Diets2 partners, are welcome to send back this table. It's really easy to fill in. Just give the name of your organization, your partner number, the name of deliverable, the brief description of the dissemination activity. The help sheet could help you in this. Which audience was targeted through this dissemination activity. If it was the members of your association, just type in that all members of my association. And if you know the approximate number of your association, then please write in the number as well. You could give the date and the place. For example, the place could be important when we are speaking about a workshop or a conference, like here in the example. And what have you used this deliverable for? It's already an exploitation, so how you used the given deliverable. And what do you think the benefits of this deliverable are to you and to the user group? What do you think of it? How could you benefit from this deliverable? So this is the table which can be used for giving us feedback. But besides, and this table can be found again, search for the Diets2 deliverables, and under that the give us feedback folder, and then you could find the Diets2 partner activity table and the help sheet, which could help you fill that in. Uh, you could also use or give us evidences, not only the partner activity table. So please help us to record your activities and get evidence, not only writing down what you have done and what have your activities been so far, but you could also copy of the translated publications or briefing papers. So just type in the table that, hi, I've translated the publications and circulated it to all members of my association, but also send us this translated briefing paper to us so that we could publish it on our website and circulate it to other members who would like to use this translated briefing paper. You could send us the print screens of any action you have done online. For example, if you have put the Diets logo into your website, just make a print screen and send it to us. Or if you have received any feedback from the partners you have circulated the deliverable, send these feedbacks to us. What the members or what other associations have thought about our work and our deliverables. What are their feedback? So actually any reaction or outcome that you have received from those to whom you have disseminated the deliverables is welcome. These feedbacks and any questions and any requests you would like to write to us, just send to this email address, so to info@thematicnetworkdietetics.eu. So all dissemination activities and all evidences could be sent to this email address. If there is anything else you need for your effective dissemination, because I've listed the help sheet, the briefing paper, the website, the social media site, and also the flyer, which is under process, then you could tell us and you could write us to the given email address. And here you could see that you have the opportunity to download the files while listening to this webinar. And you could download the help sheet and the partner activity table we have already talked about, so you can easily download it even now. And last but not least, don't forget to start disseminating the Diet2 deliverables with the help of the examples of this webinar. Fill in the partner activity table, download it now, and start filling that in and sending back to us. And send any of your feedbacks to the email address info@thematicnetworkdietetics.eu, because we need your feedback and we need the evidences of your dissemination activities, and all the Diet2 deliverables have been made for you to so use it. Yes, and Misha has just typed in that if you click on the file and select the option download file, then you could save it to your computer. So it's really easy to download it even now. And thank you for your participation, and thank you for listening to this webinar. I hope it could help you a bit how to boost your dissemination activity, and all feedbacks are really welcome from you. So thank you for being here, and thank you for listening to this seminar.